Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 16 available now. Yo, whether you watching this on Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So, I just watched Detective Pikachu. It is based on the Pokemon character. I don't know. It stars the voice of Ryan Reynolds, Justice Smith, Bill Nye, Catherine Newton, Suki Waterhouse, Chris Gere, Rita Ora, supposedly. And it is directed by Rob Letterman, who has directed Shark Tale, Monsters vs. Aliens, Gulliver's Travels, Goosebumps, the first one, not the subpar sequel that came out last year. And if you want to get a shout out in my review of John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, stay tuned to the end of the video to figure out how you can do that. So, you got Justice Smith. He gets news that something happened to his father, who is a detective in a town, in a city where Pokemon and human live in harmony. Like every human has a Pokemon like attached to their hip. And he's going through his stuff. He goes back to his home, clean up, you know what I mean? Do what you got to do when something happened to a loved one and all of that. And he discovers the Pikachu, Detective Pikachu. He can hear what the Pikachu is saying. Everybody else just hears Pika Pika. And they try to figure out what really happened. Like I said in my review for The Hustle, which is on the YouTube channel right now, this was a movie that I kind of wanted to see. Like, the trailers looked fun, but I maybe wasn't going to go see it. I decided to go see it. When in doubt, just say fuck it. I know nothing about Pokemon. I know nothing about Pikachu. I didn't know it was a video game. I thought it was just like trading cards. I thought it was a card game. I didn't know about the little ball with the red and white ball and all of that. And I knew I had heard, Gotta Catch 'Em All, and I just never got into it. So I went in blind. And I don't feel like this is like if I got your attention and you paying attention to this review right now, Detective Pikachu is like Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. You are expected to be familiar with the lore and the characters and their powers and abilities. And they're not breaking down like, this is this character with this ability. If you have this character, you can kill everybody. You can win the whole game with this. Blah 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 blah. They say Pokemon trainer, and they say that at the beginning, like Justice Smith and Karen Sony, who, my bad, I did not shout out at the beginning. They're looking for Justice Smith to find like a Pikachu that like wants to be with him. And, they have that ball, that orb, whatever it is. There's fun to be had, man. Like, I like the setting was like kind of like film noir-ish, like real detective, kind of like Chinatown-esque. And I swear to you, there was a Home Alone reference. And there was another reference to another movie that escapes me that I was just like that's random. It was probably a line from Ryan Reynolds. Like, that's why I wanted to see this movie, man, because in the trailers I was just like this is Detective Pikachu. This is Deadpool Ryan Reynolds. And for the most part it's Ryan Reynolds doing his Ryan Reynolds thing, and that's not bad. He's what kept me invested. Cause like I don't know these characters. I don't know anything about this world. And like that's why like I'm gonna give my review, and I'm just take it with an asterisk, because I'm gonna also say right now that if you're into Pokemon, if you're like, if this is your thing, like if Pokemon is your jam, you can love this movie. But you have to know the history and the universe. And like Justice Smith he's a good human lead. Like he was annoying in Jurassic World. I'm not gonna front. I didn't like him in Jurassic World, but he's a good lead here. Like his character, like he has a good character arc. Like come to think about it, he starts in one place and completely evolves. There's a solid plot twist toward the end that I don't think I saw coming. Like Catherine Newton is good. Like she was good in Three Billboards. She was good in Blockers. Like it's a solid cast, and I, I don't know. Like this is, again, you got to catch me when the movie comes out and ask me like, am I gonna go see the sequel? Because I'm sure this is gonna make enough worldwide to get sequels and a whole franchise. So, with all that being said, in my opinion, as someone who doesn't know anything about Pokemon but still had some enjoyment with this movie, I will say that Detective Pikachu is solid. So, if you've seen Detective Pikachu, especially if you're a big Pokemon fan, what did you think about it, man? Positive, negative, somewhere in between, let me know. I've recently posted a review for The Hustle. I've recently posted reviews for Longshot, Avengers Endgame, spoiler and spoiler free, Hellboy, Missing Link, Shazam. Check those out. 16 regularly podcast episodes in the can. In episode 17, I want to talk about the new Spider-Man trailer, the new It trailer that recently came out, current state of the NBA playoffs, probably the draft lottery results, new Logic album. If you want that shout out in my John Wick review, give me the top 5 in order, 5 through 1, 1 through 5, before noon Central Time, Sunday. Be the first in the correct order. You will get shouted, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.